All right, today we're doing one of the, if not the best item in barbecue. That is beef dino ribs. These are some of my favorite things to cook. I obviously don't do them often, but these always come out fantastic. And if you're having a party, these are a showstopper with those big giant bones in there. So today I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different with these. You're not gonna wanna miss it. So let's go ahead and get started on these beef ribs. All right, so before we get started, let's talk about sourcing beef ribs. These are usually hard to find. You can find them online. They are not cheap, no matter where you look. I got these from Crowd Cow, an awesome website that sells delicious beef from all different farms. Again, these aren't cheap, but they are worth it. So if you're looking for some delicious meat, go check out Crowd Cow. They have an awesome selection. I saw they even have some Wagyu steaks. So if you're interested in trying Wagyu, which I highly suggest giving it a try one time. I know it is ridiculously expensive, but it is so worth it to try. But again, I'll leave a link to Crowd Cow down in the description if you're interested in checking out their meat. That is where I picked up these beef ribs. And these come from Martinsdale, Montana, the Little Belt Cattle Company. So Crowd Cow basically works with a bunch of different farms and gets meat. So you can choose where your meat is coming from. Like I said, this one is coming from Montana. So this is Black Angus. This is gonna be some good beef, but let's get this cut open. And you can see why the beef ribs are absolutely delicious. Look at that marbling, super delicious meat on here. These always come out fantastic. I know they look a little thin now, but they really shrink and puff up. You're gonna get some nice thick meat, and there's like layers of beef in here. Now, a lot of times these come with a pretty decent fat cap. I like to remove most of the fat cap off of my beef ribs because you can see that intermuscular marbling. We really don't need a fat cap on this. And these look perfectly trimmed to me, so I'm super happy about that. Now, membrane on beef ribs, super tough, not edible. Like with a pork rib, you can cook it down enough where the membrane is fine. These, you're not gonna get that. I wouldn't bother trying to pull it off now. All I like to do is just score it in a crosshatch pattern. Nothing crazy. Just because it'll allow these pieces to shrink and break apart. Otherwise, sometimes this whole thing shrinks up and it kind of pulls the beef and bones apart. This will help render it down as well. So we're not going to need any seasoning on the bottom of this. We're just going to do the sides and the top of the beef ribs. And like I said, I'm doing something special today. A lot of times you get the Texas style beef ribs, salt and pepper, maybe salt, pepper, garlic. I like throwing a barbecue seasoning on here, but today I'm trying out this new seasoning I got, chimichurri. I've used this just to make chimichurri. I mix it up with some oil and vinegar. It's delicious. But I think a chimichurri rib might be an interesting way to go. There is salt in this, so we don't need to add salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and layer on some of this chimichurri. I think it's gonna be an awesome flavor profile with these beef ribs because they are super rich. So when you just do the salt and pepper, that pepper kind of makes it even more rich. So I think with all these different seasoning flavors and these herbs, it's going to help cut through the richness and fattiness you're going to have on these pork ribs. Then we're going to want to get the sides. It smells delicious. I think there's a little citrus in there, which is going to add some delicious tanginess, which is something you need with super rich food like a beef rib. That's why vinegar goes so well with fatty foods. So that's why I think this chimichurri is going to be a great option. So there's our beef ribs. I'm going to be smoking these on my offset smoker because beef ribs always come out delicious on an offset smoker. You can do this on any smoker you want, but we're going the old school offset smoker today for these chimichurri ribs. So let's go out, get them on the smoker. All right, so here we are at the offset smoker. We're running it nice and hot at 250 degrees. Beef ribs love being cooked at a hot temperature. So let's go ahead and open this up. Got a little brisket back there if you could see it. But let's go ahead and throw our beef ribs right down on the smoker. And then we will go ahead, let these smoke. Now they're going to be on a while. I don't know how long. This is more of a how does the bark look and how tender do they feel type of thing. With beef ribs, sometimes you need to wrap them, sometimes you don't. Most likely you will need to wrap them. So we're looking for a delicious looking bark to form. They're going to shrink up a lot. Then at that point, when they're looking good, we'll check them for probe tenderness, and we can also check temperature. It's going to be like brisket where the finished product is going to be around 200 degrees. So if your bark is looking really nice, it doesn't feel tender yet, then you're going to want to wrap them up. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, we're going to leave these beef ribs on for a few hours, but let's jump ahead and give them a check. All right, so it's 4.5 hours on the beef ribs. Take a look. This is what you want to see. Before we even check temperature, you can see the beautiful dark bark on these beef ribs. That is what you want before you wrap up. So let's go ahead, give it a temperature check. Feel nice and tender. See, we're at about 190, 187. These feel really good. They do feel tender, but they definitely need some more time. We want to take them up to that 205-ish mark. You can see, like I said, we're at about 190. So I said, wrapping doesn't matter on temperature, it's more about looks, and this is the bark we want. So let's go ahead, we're going to get these off and get them wrapped. All right, here are the beef ribs. See that beautiful bark we got on these. This is what you are looking for. Like I said, build the nice bark, then wrap it up. Most important thing. And these are at about 190, so they are pretty close to finish, but we're going to give them a nice wrap. So for the wrap, you want some beef tallow, and here I have a huge tub of beef tallow. You can get this stuff on Amazon. I know they sell that Wagyu, I think it's South Chicago or something like that. But this stuff is pretty cheap and you get a ton of it. All right, so get a spoon. Just scoop out a few chunks of this beef tallow. Just like that. Just enough to cover the meat. If you're interested in this, I will leave a link in the description. Now let's get these beautiful beef ribs. Check that out. These are going to be delicious. I'm excited to try it with that chimichurri seasoning on there. If I didn't mention before, I will put that chimichurri seasoning in the description if you're interested in that as well. So now, got it wrapped up with beef tallow. You want to go meat side down. Get all that meat in that beef tallow. And then we just give it a wrap. Tight as you can. And we want to go meat side up, so obviously there's not enough here to be able to flip it 2 more times. So I'm going to take this and just tuck it under and then kind of tighten this all up. And there we go. So this can go right back on the smoker. We're looking for probably around 205 degrees, but you're going to want to probe it. When it feels like butter, you know it's done. Now, a second option is, once this is wrapped up, we're not going to get any more smoke flavor on it, so feel free to throw this on a sheet pan and throw it in your oven at around 275 degrees. It's a great option for beef ribs, brisket, pork butt, really any of those cuts that you wrap up and finish, because like I said, once it's wrapped up, you're not getting any more smoke flavor. You can stop using your smoker, especially with the offset. You don't want to waste any more wood. Wrap it up, throw it in your oven, wait till you get to about 205, probe tender, and these will be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on the smoker for now because I'm still cooking a brisket, but once that brisket is done, I'm probably gonna wrap that up and these will both go in the oven. But once this is finished and it's probe tender, we're gonna pull it off, let it rest, and then we will slice into it. So I will see you then. All right, guys, here are the chimichurri smoked beef ribs. They smell absolutely amazing. So I wrapped them up. and I put them back on the smoker just for a little bit, and then that brisket was finished as well. So this ended up going in the oven at 275 for another hour and a half, and I was temping out about 205 to 210. Felt super tender, so pulled it off. I let it rest for a little bit, and then I just put it in the hot hold overnight at 140 degrees. Now with beef ribs, the hot hold isn't very necessary, but I wasn't ready to eat these late last night, so I decided to hold them overnight till today. If you don't want to do the hot hold, go ahead, just pull them out and let them rest for probably about 2 hours or so. That should be fine. But with that chimichurri seasoning on here, these smell fantastic. So without further ado, let's get right into slicing these up. And you can see beautiful bark that we got on these. Absolutely amazing. But let's see how they look on the inside. All right, so I think I'm gonna slice off this nice big beef rib right here. Beautiful. Don't want it to rip apart. Some of that silver skin on the bottom. Check that out. That is a nice beef rib right there. Super juicy. That's going to be absolutely delicious. I don't want to squeeze it too much. Oh, that looks so good. Check that out. That is beautiful right there. Before I give this a try though, I'm going to set it up for a nice picture. Alright, so my method to serving beef ribs is, first I usually slice each individual rib, and then you can plate it so they look nice. But then when it's time to eat, I go ahead and pull the bone off. Then you can pull some of that silver skin off the bottom. There's like a little piece of cartilage where the bone meets the meat. Try and get that off. Sometimes I'll just slice it off. Then what I do is basically cut these into kind of like small burnt ends. Just some nice chunks of beef rib here. If you've never had beef rib, it's just one of the most succulent pieces of barbecue. It is just super rich, laced with fat. It's like the best part of the point on a brisket, but you get that in the whole piece of meat. So then you have these nice little slices here of beef rib, and then you can see you can pull off this little piece here on them. But I'm excited to give this a try. Let me see how the chimichurri beef rib turned out. Yeah, delicious. You can see this is super tender, just falls apart. Loaded with fat. Chimichurri seasoning is perfect. It's not too overpowering, but you get some of those nice flavors which go well with this very rich beef. That is definitely good. If I did it again, I don't think there's too much salt in the chimichurri, so I would have done a light coating of salt on here, then the chimichurri. I just didn't want it to be too salty, but if you get that chimichurri seasoning and you want to do beef ribs or even a brisket or whatever, I'd add a little extra salt. Other than that, it is fantastic. I'll put a link to that chimichurri rub in the description below if you're interested in it. But this is an awesome beef rib recipe. You saw how easy it is to cook. It's pretty fast cook, and you get awesome pieces of meat. Like I said, I picked this up at Crowd Cow. Beef ribs aren't very cheap, but for a special occasion, it's definitely worth it. And it's so rich, you're not going to be able to eat that much. So one full beef rib cut into little pieces would be perfect for a party. Everyone could have a couple slices, and they will be happy with that. Plus, it's an awesome presentation with these giant bones. People will love it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. Like I've said, I'm going to leave links to everything I like to use in the description below. Be sure to check out my free Ultimate Sides recipe ebook. That link will be below. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe right over here. And if you're interested in another way that I did beef ribs, you can check it out over here, the Goldie's method, and then I'll leave another barbecue video for you over here as well. But most importantly, get out there and smoke something good.